Hey, y'all, just coming through right quick. Listen, your president on something hot, y'all. He actually thought black people were going to go out there and farm the land. Now he figured he better get those that he deported back over here so that they can work the field. Black people ain't doing no stuff like
this. Is how it went.
Why are you voting for Trump for? Because I'm fucking tired of being broke.
And this is how it's going.
I've been fucking pumped for this no tax on overtime. I've been fucking ecstatic, dude. I know America's been waiting on this shit. Everybody's been bragging. Man, I can't wait. I'm going to have so much extra money. It's going to, bring in so much more money per month. Wrong, motherfuckers. Wrong.
A sad day in America.
Sad day in America when all we can afford is some ground beef. Work 40 hours all week and can't even afford a steak. Something going on. Come on now, Trump. Help us out.
Yes, MAGA, red state, complaining about groceries. And just so you know, the fun on the increases have just begun. Just begun. Every single day I read about price increases based on tariffs. If you didn't know, inflation was 2.4% in May of 2025, and it skyrocketed 2.7% in June. And we are going to see even higher cost every day in my comments. People telling me something went up 40%. Costco, their grocery store.
Nah, MAGA, come back to the front. Come back to the front. Y'all was all loud and bold and proud of everything. No. This is exactly what you voted for. Don't sit up here talking about something you were lied to. No, baby, you believe the lie you told yourself. You were trying to rationalize the thoughts of an irrational person, and now you sitting up here acting like you're in confusion. Nah, baby, this is exactly what you voted for. Now that Mimo and Papa don't have the Medicare coverage they need to take care of dialysis, now you talking about something that's not what you voted for. Now that he took away research funding for cancer treatment and the HIV vaccine, now this ain't what you voted for. Now that you and your kids can't eat no more because he took away SNAP benefits because you're disabled and can't get Medicaid for you and your kids no more. Now that ain't what you voted for. Oh no, baby, you voted for it all. You voted for it all. But because you thought it was going to affect people who look like me and other marginalized communities, you was more than willing to vote for him because you thought it was not going to affect you. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it 3,000 times. Unless you are a millionaire, billionaire, or a dictator, you are a minority as well to that man. And now the rest of us got to find out because you decided to F around. I hope that helps.
60% of the American public is about to lose everything they have. People living paycheck to paycheck are about to go broke. The GDP numbers came in yesterday, and of course the economy receded, which I predicted 2 months ago, and people laughed. Mark my words, the second quarter is going to be far worse. Tariffs on Chinese products at 145% are about to kick in, which means everything you buy from China on Amazon or elsewhere is about to go through the roof. Grocery store shelves are starting to empty at Walmarts across the country, and of course grocery prices continue to soar. People who've been financing groceries on credit are starting to default on those payments. We are about to see an economic catastrophe. If you're in this 60% that has little or no money, please stop spending money. Protect your family. Trump does not care about you. Even if you voted for him, he's a billionaire. He won't suffer, but you and your family will. Please protect yourself. 60%.
I did the fine print looking. It is not fucking gonna help us month to month. It's not gonna help you check none. They're still gonna tax the fuck out of your goddamn check.
Buddy, you voted for the man who lied over 33,000 times while in his first term, has conned people his whole entire life, and you yourself expected not to get lied to and conned? Well, I guess this is what it looks like when a Trump supporter decides to wake up, take the boot out of his mouth, and realize, yo, we were right. Donald Trump's only interest is giving tax breaks to his billionaire best friends while screwing over the middle class. We told you that. You said, ain't no way that a billionaire and his best friend, the richest man in the world.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you are all doing good. You know, the farming crisis in America is getting worse than many people realize. Bankruptcy, land loss, and financial collapse are sweeping across rural counties. And today, something unexpected is happening. The white farmers who once felt secure in their land and heritage are now asking black Americans for urgent help in business, land management, help in financial strategy, and agricultural innovation. So that is why I decided to make this video, so that we can break down why all these is happening, and many farmers are facing one of the toughest financial crises in decades, with bankruptcies rising and family land slipping away. We can see a growing number of white farmers are reaching out to Black Americans, agricultural experts, the innovators, and business leaders for collaboration and support. Yeah, guys, so this video is meant to break down what triggered this farming collapse, why so many farms are struggling to survive, and how cross-community cooperation is offering new possibilities. This story explores economic hardship, resilience, and the unexpected partnerships forming at a critical time in American agriculture. So guys, just join me even in the comment section as we uncover why farms are going bankrupt, why the economic and climate pressures are hurting rural communities. Let's discuss why white farmers are seeking help from Black American farmers and entrepreneurs, and also let's talk about the rise of Black-led agricultural expertise and innovation. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clips and then I'll be coming back with more commentaries as we continue discussing how unity and shared knowledge could reshape the farming industry. Let's get into these real reactions and then we get to the commentaries and analysis. This is a story about crisis but also about rebuilding, learning, and working together for a stronger future. Let's get into the clips. I'll be back. Stay tuned.
Hey, bro, I know they cutting out the food stamps and stuff, but I just feel like the Black community is gonna be straight regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, one, y'all finna really realize that a lot of Black people are not on food stamps. Like, it's not us. Like, it's still motherfuckers that's in them trailers that be screaming MAGA and go Trump. Like, it's them motherfuckers in these rural areas, don't got shit, never had shit, house be raggedy, clothes be dirty, ain't been to the dentist in years, got 2 teeth, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really gonna be them, the people that actually voted for this man, that's gonna be affected. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like in the Bible, like we just talked about in church on Sunday, Exodus, you know what I'm saying? Like when the Pharaoh kept doing stuff to the, you know what I'm saying, to the city, the Israelites kept getting stronger, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could not break them. He could not break them, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you cannot break us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can throw whatever y'all want to throw at Black people, bro. That shit is not gonna break us, gang. Like, this ain't our first rodeo. This is not our first rodeo. So, yeah, y'all finna really fuck around and find out. Like, y'all be trying to stereotype Black people and Black people rely on government assistance, Black people do this, No. It's not Black people who get the most government assistance. Like, it's them folks, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all finna fuck around and find out. Y'all done voted y'all way into your own demise because you didn't want to see a Black woman in office. And that's all it is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's literally all it was. But, yeah, y'all finna fuck around and find out.
Even with all the devastation that this big, beautiful Project 2025 bill is going to cause now that it's passed, we can't expect the people who we have been waiting for this find out moment because they've been fucking around to actually happen. This isn't to say that they won't suffer because, yeah, they're gonna. Like, suffering's gonna knock on their door and say, hey, I'm here to live with you for the foreseeable future. And they will suffer just like all of us, but here's the thing. It's going to turn them into martyrs because they will murder themselves. They are going to see this suffering and this find out phase as, well, we did what we had to do. We hate people so much and we fear them so much that we will sacrifice ourselves and we will suffer on behalf of the greater good. It's worth it to just suffer on behalf of our white supremacist, eugenics-based 2025, Project 2025 strategy. Let's do it. Let's do it. And they will. This is going to be a pipeline to Project 2025 MAGA martyring. You heard it here first, folks. Let's be so for real. People are willing to sacrifice themselves and endure pain and suffering just to continue inflicting it on the people they hate and fear. It's fucked up, but it's how we got here, and we can't pretend like we don't know what's going on. That's it. People are literally willing to martyr themselves because of their hate. Trump's MAGA base is comprised of willfully ignorant, devoted martyrs whose cause is cruelty.
I know some people love these MAGA fuck around, find out stories, but this one really pisses me off because this mother in Missouri, a state where 1 in 5 people are on Medicaid, she has a 9-year-old who's disabled who needs Medicaid. And I want her to have it. I want that mother and that child to have all the support that they need. That's what I've been voted for, right? I did my part. Us Kamala voters, we did our part. And she's out here telling reporters when they're asking her about the big, beautiful bill that's going to affect her and going to hurt her and going to hurt her family, she says she's not one for politics. She's not interested in politics. Lady, the Republicans who lead your state have made your daughter's existence political. So you don't get to say that you're not interested in politics. They forced your hand. You know what I mean? And so she's writing to her senator, Josh Hawley, telling him about how the Trump tax bill is going to affect her. And he's out there making public statements about how this could hurt Missourians. Doesn't matter. A few days later, he votes for the bill anyway. This is why you don't get to say that you're not interested in politics. Politics affects all of our lives. If you're
So my MAGA mom, who watches Fox News nonstop, had her find out moment on Valentine's Day. She doesn't get out much. She has a lot of health problems, but she got herself together and they were going to go out to dinner at their favorite Mexican restaurant in town. However, when they got there, apparently it's been shut down for good. Shut down. So I said to her, because I know they were all Hispanic and I know they all came from Mexico because the owner was extremely wealthy and he would go back from time to time to Mexico. It was a restaurant we'd gone out to, I'm going to go 30 years. You know, love it. Excellent food. And I said, you think it had anything to do with the fact that they were Hispanic and from Mexico?
Child, I have been telling y'all about this for a minute, and I keep saying that what is going on that hill is not logical. But there are still many who do not believe. But there is one lady who I came across who can explain it. Listen up.
Did you know that the word MAGA translates to many different things in other languages? For example, in Japanese, it means wickedness, evil, calamity, and disaster. It is a slang word in Nigeria meaning sucker, fraud victim, or easily fooled idiot. It means lies in Zulu. This word means dragon in Sudanese. It also translates to witch in Latin. MAGA is the name of the highest rank in the Church of Satan. It means swelling or inflamed in Filipino. MAGA can be translated to many different things in many different languages. I think it's kind of telling, don't you?
This 3-time Trump voter just admitted Democrats are right on immigration because her friend Lee, a hardworking, tax-paying, kind immigrant on the path to citizenship with no criminal record, has been detained and mistreated by ICE. Her indignance here is proof that Republicans don't learn about the issues until it affects them personally. We told you that this was going to happen. We told you that hardworking, tax-paying members of your community would inevitably be swept up in mass deportations. This was an open book test. She talks about how her friend doesn't have a place to sleep. He wasn't able to shower. He wasn't able to contact anyone. Lady, you voted for them to do this. You're just upset because he was your friend. But she still says in this post, I will never be a Democrat. Lady, they're the ones that want your friend to be able to go to work, to contribute to his community, to have a path to citizenship. The other side wants him to sleep on concrete and be deported. And you're still having trouble picking a side. You voted for your friend to be jailed and deported. You voted for your friend to lose everything. Multiple people have died at this detention center in Miami. If she didn't know this man in this Move On petition and she saw it come across her Facebook feed, she would be like, serves him right. She would not care one iota that he was being deported. She does not care that people that are trying to do this the legal way, that work hard, that contribute, are being swept up in this. She does not care. She's only fighting for her friend.
Well, well, well. So this past Friday, Tyson announced that they were going to be closing a factory in Lexington, Nebraska that employs 3,200 workers. Because I think it's incredibly important to keep track of these things, a reminder that 72% of people in Dawson County, Nebraska voted for Donald Trump, and they voted for this to happen to themselves. And the reality is you probably voted just so that Riley Gaines could feel vindicated for finishing tied for 5th place. Not that we need further proof to explain why Donald Trump's trade and economic policies are disastrous for this country. This is actually real-time results. Starting on November 13th, where Trump announced that he is going to be rolling back tariffs on a wide range of agricultural products, including certain beef items. You can see this on the official whitehouse.gov website. The president has thus determined that certain agricultural products shall no longer be subject to the reciprocal tariffs. I'm sorry, wasn't this the foundation of the entire campaign that he ran on? Beef has its own little bullet point. And Trump justifies this by saying it is a move aimed at easing high prices and meeting domestic demand. Let's put a pin in that. You've got his reciprocal tariffs that are driving up prices for the American consumer, but demand still exists. However, people don't want to pay the higher prices, so he removes the tariffs on the international imports of beef. And what the president is effectively saying when he does this is American products and domestically made things are too expensive. Corporations can't make profits if they rely on domestically produced goods, and Trump loves free trade capitalism, so this is what happens. Senator Deb Fischer of Nebraska says basically, this is awful and will have devastating results. Well, it's a good thing you just raise healthcare premiums for your constituents. Representative Mike Flood says our cattle ranchers are being abandoned. Well, Trump basically said this back in February during his State of the Union address, where he said, ranchers, farmers, I love you. You're going to go through pain, but it'll be worth it, and I love you. Governor Jim Pollan said there's plenty of opportunities for our cattle rancher farmers. Well, glass half full, I guess. This is a perfect example of how to combat the number one thing that MAGA says when it comes to the tariffs. If tariffs are bad, then why do other countries do it? Tariffs aren't bad. The EU uses tariffs very strategically. They use them, though, to protect their domestic manufacturers and industries. By putting tariffs on beef imports, it actually allows our cattle ranchers and our beef industries to be able to compete with the pricing from the other countries. When you lift the tariffs, then we rely on the foreign imports. The president just traded off our cattle ranchers in Nebraska for Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and you guessed it, Argentina. And so a reminder to 72% of you in Dawson County, you absolutely voted for this.
I have been saying this, that what is going on is not logical, but it is indeed spiritual. All you have to do is look at all of the chaos, how fast and furious is happening. All right. Many of us have gotten so far away from God. Oh, we know about him. You understand? But we really, really don't believe in him. And we really, really don't believe that there is an enemy of mankind. We don't believe that. But all you have to do is look at everything that's going on. Number one, Satan is the author of confusion. We need to know that. You need to know that. And everything that is going on is confusing. Everything that they're trying to break people so bad, all right, that you become oppressed, which is going to go into depression, and everything is shut down, and you will have no choice but to follow them. I keep telling you this, but do not follow them. They're putting all this money into so-called AI, $500 billion. This is what this administration has decided that they were going to do. You understand? But I need to warn you about that, because Elania has also, he has a company of whereas they are indeed putting chips in people's hands and their foreheads. Look it up for yourself. Now, when I was 25 years old, I heard about that chip in the hand or the forehead, and I was always told that it was the enemy's mark. It was his mark, and do not get it. Okay? Be aware. Open your eyes. If people going around here talking about hashtag woke, but you're not woke about the right thing. You're not woke about the right thing. What is going on is demonic. It is demonic, and you need to know that. Know it. And then handle yourself accordingly. This is a come to Jesus moment, baby. Get it together now. This is why everything's happening. Yes, God allowed this to happen because the people said, guess what? This is what we want. So he gave you what you want. Huh? Now you see all the destruction of your decision. Oh no. This is horrible. This is evil. He even put himself in the Pope's attire. I'm sending out all kind of warnings now, and it's not so much about this nation as it is about humanity, as it is about spirituality, and whether you believe in it or not. I can almost guarantee you, when and if something happens to you, the first name you gonna call is God's. You understand, because you want him to pull you up out of trouble. And wouldn't it be a sad thing if he says, I know you not? Baby, the enemy don't love nobody. Oh no, he loves nobody. And for the ones that's following him, he's telling.
So guys, you know, for decades, farming has been in the backbone of many rural white families. But in the last few years, the industry has been hit by a perfect storm. Extreme weather destroying crops, higher costs of fuel, fertilizer and equipment, falling crop prices, the massive cooperative farms pushing out small farmers, family farms, weak financial support and debt rising faster than income. So many farmers who once thought bankruptcy could never happen to them are now facing foreclosure letters, bank meetings and empty barns. Some families that had land for generations are now packing up and walking away, forced off farms they worked their entire lives to protect. So guys, here's the turning point. As the pressure grew, some white farmers began noticing something. Black American farmers, entrepreneurs, and agricultural innovators are quietly making major progress. Black-led family cooperatives are expanding. Black-owned agricultural businesses are applying modern techniques, and black rural communities are using smart strategies to keep costs low and profits steady. So when many white farmers saw this success, some became frustrated, even embarrassed. But as their own situation wasn't, the attitude shifted from frustration to urgency. Yes, now with their backs against the wall, many white farmers are reaching out, not with ego, not with pride, but with desperation. They are asking, how are you keeping your farm stable? What strategies are you using? How can we partner with you? And for the first time, many white farmers are acknowledging that black farmers have knowledge, they have business strategies and resourcefulness that could save their own operations. So this moment is historic, a shift from division to cooperation. Yes, and here is the black American farmers and agricultural professionals have had to survive decades of discrimination, unequal access to loans and land loss because of these struggles they developed. The cooperative farming models, community-backed funding, efficient production systems, innovative soil and crop techniques, strong business networks, modern marketing strategies, and technology-forward approaches to farming. These strategies are now attracting attention. Many black farmers are responding with dignity and professionalism, offering workshops, partnerships, land management training, financial literacy help, sustainable farming techniques. And this is becoming one of the most powerful examples of how knowledge can shift power dynamics. Yes, so what we are seeing is not charity, it's partnership. Both sides stand to benefit. White farmers gain access to new knowledge they desperately need. Black farmers gain new opportunities for influence, leadership, and business expansion. Rural communities get a chance to rebuild. Agriculture becomes more diverse and innovative. Hard times are forcing America to see something that should have been obvious long ago. Cooperation is stronger than competition. Yes, so what does this mean for the future? The farming crisis is not over. Many more farms may collapse, but something new is growing in its place, something rooted in unity, resilience, and mutual respect. The question now is, will this partnership continue once the crisis ends? Will communities truly work together or go back to division? Only time will tell. But right now, a new chapter is forming, one where black and white farmers stand side by side to rebuild what was nearly lost. Yes, so if you found this breakdown informative, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us below, do you think, in the comment section, do you think this cooperation can change America's farming future? Guys, thank you so much for watching, and of course, all credit belongs to the original creators of the video. This video is meant for educational purposes and commentary purposes as well. Thank you, be blessed, and have a nice time. Peace be with you. Until next time, guys.